And I call this my live Sunday small day because I want to do miniature live pretty much every Sunday that I can. So today I'm looking at the Mother Goose Cottage house and I'm showing you Mother Goose. And Mother Goose represents my mom. And there's her goose, of course. And this was our doggie when I was growing up. And I think we got him when I was around 7. No, I was 9 or 10. And then we had my doggie until I was 22 or 23. I think 23. So our doggie was Honeybee. And Honeybee is a Cocker Spaniel. And my mom loved Cocker Spaniels because when she was a little girl, they had a black one that was named Charcoal that had puppies, and they were, I think, both colors. But, that was back in the late 40s, in the mid 40s, late 40s, something like that. Anyways, this is my mom, though. Like I said, Julie Campbell made her. And she represents Mother Goose because my mom used to go around with the schools and in the community, and she would read to children after she retired. She did this all voluntarily in communities, not just in schools, but also like at events like fairs and things like that, community events. And this is the Mother Goose book she had that she had gotten somewhere. I'm not sure where. I think maybe at a garage sale. It wasn't a childhood book of mine. So it was something that she acquired after she became Mother Goose. And she loved nursery rhymes. So when I was a little girl, she'd always, recite nursery rhymes, but we didn't have the book. And so this is what the classic Mother Goose would have looked like. If you can see the front page there, it's kind of hard to tell. But the classic Mother Goose had a witch hat and actually looked more like a witch. And then she softened up over time, I guess, with her look. And then so my mom, has the bonnet more than the witch, but or the witch hat, and really more approachable, friendly looking attire than how the original would have looked. But this book is pretty cool. I got it on I don't know, Miniature Crush maybe. I'm not even sure which site. But what I like about it is each page is printed, so just like the original. I'm trying to bind this back so you can see it better. And all the nursery rhymes are even printed on here. And, well, it's just like the original book. So if I turn each page, there'll be different nursery rhymes. It's super cute. And anyway, so I have the big book of this that I am looking for. Either my daughter has it, so I asked her about it, or I have it. I'm not sure what happened to it exactly, but I know it's around here somewhere. Otherwise, I'd show you the big one too. But there's a man on here that does miniatures, and I'll put him in the description of the link here. And he told me that I could take strips of one of the pages or whatever pages I want, and even some of the nursery rhyme font, and get a paper cutter. And he actually did a private video for me to show me how to do it, and do strips. So if I wanted to cover the wood floor here and make it like a nursery rhyme floor, he gave me a great idea. So this floor is nice, I think, but I'm gonna think of a way I could do that. I could even maybe I could make a big rug, because I kind of want to keep the plank look underneath it. So then I was thinking I could do a big area rug and make it the pattern on that, and put it over the wood planks with the nursery rhyme. But that's a project I'm thinking about doing, because I like the wood in here too. So it's gonna be a hard decision for me to make. And I don't know, do you guys believe in signs? Because I believe in signs, and I'm a very spiritual person. So I always believe in signs, and I don't know if we just see things because it's on our mind, so then we're more attuned and aware of images because it's in our brain, or if they're actual signs from the other side. I believe in both a little bit, but I'm a little bit of a skeptic, but I also am a believer, so it's kind of a mix. And it had to be pretty strong signs for me to really, really believe it. But I was going to show you a couple signs that I had thought about today. So my mom being Mother Goose, and there's a goose, so that's why I'm going to show you the next thing to do with that is do with a sign maybe. And I'll just do a little scan again of my dollhouse room if you have never been here before. So I have 3 of the dollhouses in here. It's a really decent sized room for the dollhouses. And the wallpaper is real whimsical. We put this up last year. And I just have a valance for the windows there. That's a vintage cotton valance. I actually got that at a resale shop. I don't even know how old it is, but there's no stains on it, so I put up there. And then one of my friends, Tracy, gave me this beautiful prism, so I hung that there. And then when the light shines through, there's rainbows all over this room, which is really lovely. And then I have these lovely built-ins that I put some of the miniature items. And then there's a pegboard here. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that yet. If I'm actually going to do like crafts up here or not, especially to do with miniatures. But haven't thought about, no, I'm not sure about that yet. And then we have a nice size closet here. And I do have some boxes here of, they're empty now, but I did have my miniatures stored in here. This bench just fit perfectly back there, which is amazing because that never happens. Some nice shelving here. And then I go across the hall up here, and there's the 2 other dollhouses. And now I'm going to show you my signs, which maybe I'm silly to think it's a sign, but so 1990, I lived with my mom and dad, and that was when I was only 21, and my daughter was born, and I was a single mom. My daughter Olivia was 21, and I got these photo albums, but I think there's a sign here, because why did I get photo albums that look like Mother Goose? What would make me want that? Especially as a, well, I know geese were really popular in the 90s, so that's not too ironic, but it is kind of to me because it is Mother Goose. Well, it's supposed to be, and I got 2 of them. And this one is the year my daughter was born. Whoop, this one's the year my daughter was born. So there I am. There I am with my daughter, and she was born in 1990, July 21st. It says Olivia's first year. And so there's my mom, who's Mother Goose. There she is. And my Olivia, who looked, she looks so dark in that. And there I am with her. So yeah, I won't probably show you my whole photo album because I wanted to show you some of my mom though. And there she is. And then there's my dad. And we had a beautiful stone fireplace. My mom liked earthy things to do with nature. So that's partly why I have the dollhouses the way they are too. And her cottage looks a lot like nature. And there I am. So anyways, I don't know how you guys feel about signs, but I believe in them. So for the most part. Oh, and there's Honeybee. There's the doggie I was telling you about. I wonder if there's a better photo. This is when she was baptized. And I actually have the gown over there that she was baptized in. And let's see here. What else do I have going on that is relevant to this channel? There's my mom with my daughter. And by the way, Olivia's 36 now. So yeah. That was a long time ago. In some ways it seems like yesterday, and other times it seems like a very long time ago. And as you can tell, I was really close to my mom because I tons of pictures with my mom, right? So just gonna flip through here so you get to know my mom a little bit more. Of course, this was her back when she was my age. Well, she was probably even younger than me in these photos. She was probably like 52 or 3. And there's my grandma. And my grandma actually lived longer than my mom, which is not actually a good thing because you don't want to outlive your children. My grandma died at 102, just a couple years after my mom passed away. But my grandmother was, 99, 100 when my mom died, so she didn't really know what was going on, which is good because my mom died of Lewy body's dementia. So that was pretty horrific. And my mom was a very intelligent woman. She was scholarly, borderline genius in intelligence. So for her to lose her brain was very, very traumatic. Even if she wasn't smart, it would have been traumatic, right? But I'm just saying, and it can happen to anybody. It doesn't matter what your intelligence level. They don't know why people get these type of things. Horrible dementias. It's just, as you can tell, my mom was in good shape. It wasn't like she didn't take care of herself. She didn't drink. She didn't smoke. She was always at a nice weight, Anyways, I was angry about that for a long time. I don't know who I was angry with, but it made me very angry. Yeah. So this is Olivia's dad. I know I'm kind of flipping through him because we're not together now, but yeah. So I don't know if it's boring to see someone else's photo album, but I just thought it would be fun for you to see. Mostly photos of my mom. This is when Olivia she would have turned 1 that year. And yeah, and so then the other photo album is her 2nd year. So it says Olivia's 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th year. There's my dad and my mom and dad. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, it's probably boring you to see my photo album, but maybe it just brings you back to that time period and your children being young. Yep, the great times having children. Yep, there it is. There we are. So I probably won't, I'm getting addicted here. So there's my dad again. I need to shut this off. But that was just a view of who my mom was at that time in her life. I don't really have is anyone here? Say hi if you're here. I think I got 1 thumbs up, but I don't think anyone's watching. So hopefully you guys can watch, if you are interested, watch the preview, or not the preview, what do you call that? Recording after. This is called Grandmother's Book, and this is kind of neat because my mom wrote in it. And I really haven't read a lot of it yet because it's very emotional for me. So this book she wrote in, and it tells just stories about herself that she filled in, which is great. And like her name was Mamie for grandma, so she put that there. And then just about her full name, Mary Rosalie Walsh. She was named Mary for my grandma Walsh, and Rosalie because of my mom liked that name. And then my mom was born on December 5th, 1939 in Perdochin, Wisconsin. And this is really sweet. I might read, no, it might be about the dollhouse that my grandpa built her. When I was about 2 years old, I had pneumonia, and was taken to a hospital in La Crosse, Wisconsin. There were no antibiotics in those days. And the only drug used, sulfa, made me very sick. That's interesting because I'm allergic to sulfa too. I am lucky I lived to become a grandma because I was extremely ill. My mom said when I came home from the hospital and they tried to put me to bed in my little white metal crib, I would scream because it looked like the hospital crib that I had been in. Man, I never read this, you guys, so I want to start crying or something. So this is the family tree, which, that means nothing to anybody here, but, and then Grandma was where she was from, Boscobel, Wisconsin, and it says things here about my grandma, so that's neat. My mom was stayed-at-home mom, it says, my parents. Let's see what else is going on. My father, my dad was the smartest and kindest person I've ever known. And then all about my grandpa, who I did know. My grandma I knew really well because she died when I was just a few years ago, 6 years ago. And then my grandpa died when I was 17, I think, or 16. He died in 1982, but I knew him real well, and he was really lovely. And but he was 14 years older than my grandma, first of all, and plus he had a lot of health stuff. He did smoke, and but he was a very hard worker. Says about her first home. I can't wait to read these. Yeah, that's neat. Okay, let's see. Earliest memories. I'm trying to see if she says anything about her dollhouse. Huh. I know she will somewhere in here, but I don't see anything right now. But I'm just going to see what the titles say. The Way We Were says, she says about what she wore when she was a girl. Frilly pinafore dresses, Mary Jane shoes, long stockings in the winter, Easter bonnets, and special Easter clothes, blue jeans and tennis shoes for play, popular hairstyles. She had her hair to her waist, and my mom would make long ringlets in my hair. Oh my goodness. I'm glad she didn't fill all this in. There's a lot she didn't in the back part, but at least most of it she filled in. My ideas and ideals, family sayings, my favorites now. Sorry. I'm just taking this all in myself live here. So, what does she say she likes now? I thought it said something about what she likes now. Looks like she filled this out in the early 90s. Most important thing in my life is my family. My parents were my role models and taught me about trust and honesty. I wanted a home where I would feel safe and where others would feel welcome. I wanted to always be kind to others and not judge too harshly. I admire the ability to work hard, complete whatever you start, and to also take time off for relaxation and fun. My religion has been the structure to guide me in life. Yeah, family sayings. I wanted to see what she likes now. Life as your grandmother. Let's see. Well, there's no one listening. Well, I don't know if anyone's here. Looks like 0. So I was going to do this longer if I had anyone, go give and take and all that good stuff. But it's kind of hard to keep going when nobody's on. It's been 10 minutes or wait, it's already been 10. Oh, it's been 20 minutes already. All right, well, I'm going to shut this. And the next thing I'm going to show you for the last 10 minutes is a book that I wrote, and it's pretty simple because I want to do children's books. That's a goal of mine. Hopefully this fall I can start getting that ready. And this is just one I did a long time ago. It has this big mark on it because it must have gotten wet or something. But I did this for my youngest child, Grace, who now is 26. And she always talked about the moon. She was really into the moon, and she would always wonder where the moon went. So I did a little simple book. It's called Where Did the Moon Go? Gracie. And there she is, my little redhead. I see the moon when I'm talking to my mom. It's just kind of a rough draft. I see the moon when I'm talking to my dad in the car. I see the moon when I swing at Bidwell Park. And then I'm jumping with my sister. And then I had, I meant to say too, later I had my daughter, Grace, write this stuff. So that's not my writing, but when she was old enough, I had her write in this because before that it was just more like a picture book. But then she's old enough to write. So I see the moon when I'm camping every night. And when I'm driving through the night, through the night. I see the moon when I get back from our walk, or a walk. This was our house. We lived in a brick bungalow back then. And we had a little doggy, Jake, that was a York Terrier, like a silky Yorkie. And that's me with Grace. I see the moon when I'm talking to my sissy. So all the images or illustrations I did represent like how our house would have looked then. And then this is what our bedroom looked like. I see the moon when shining through she put again, my window through the night. The end. So that is the book. And it's the last one I ever did, which was in probably 2003 or 4, and it was the first and last. So I do need a lot of practice, but I thought I'd share this with you. And then everyone must be busy today because it's so beautiful out. Everyone's from somewhere else, but it's beautiful where I am. And there's my mom, Mother Goose. There's another picture of her. Looks like she's with a swan here. It doesn't look like a goose, but anyways, this was in 2007, so. Well, I guess that's about it. Oh, I wanted to show you too my photo album. So I have this nice, it's a little door. I thought it'd be cute to make it like a Mother Goose door because it looks, see how short it is. It would be neat to put one of those big doorknobs on here and make it look like Mother Goose, or not Mother Goose. Did I say Mother Goose? Alice in Wonderland door. It's not real teeny tiny. I mean, Alice would be like probably way down there. But anyways, this is where I put all the photo albums. Lots of photo albums. Okay, I guess I'm going to sign off. I can't think of anything else to say because I don't have any giving take. Maybe someday I will. That'll be nice. All right, thanks for watching if you watched the rerun of this. Bye for now.